This is because all of the tweaking actions were done before. Not even small adjustments are necessary, and if so, they can easily be done while playing. The secret is the T1 Tone Match Audio Engine. All sound controls are combined in the new T1 Tone Match engine. It expands the input capacity of the L1 system to 4 channels, and it offers comprehensive sound control. The T1 allows nearly instant access to our largest library of proprietary sound presets, standard effects, and processing. Let's try a steel string guitar with piezo pickup. Inside the T1, you can immediately switch to presets from our Tone Match preset library. An optimally balanced EQ preset occurs, created in close collaboration with the guitar manufacturer. Tone Match offers you even more control. Select the input for a trumpet with an SM57 microphone. The optimal EQ setting occurs, and the EQ area is automatically limited to the frequency range of a trumpet. When you switch to ZEQ, you have extra control over the low, mid, and high frequencies that are specifically tailored to the range of the trumpet. The Tone Match optimal instrument setting stays active as a basis to build on. Tone Match audio presets instantly adjust your L1 system to match the intended natural sound of popular instruments and microphones, precisely reproducing the factory-specified tonal balance of your instrument at the touch of a button. The T1 Tone Match audio engine takes the guesswork out of getting studio sound on stage. Let's have a look at amplified sound in smaller venues. We've seen the clutter caused by the sound sources of the triple system and their various reflections. We also know about the difference in sound on stage compared to the audience, the feeling of isolation by the musicians. And now, look at how the L1 behaves. L1 audio waves spread only horizontally. Their vertical spread is limited to the height of the L1. Almost no reflections from the ceilings and almost no interference with reflections from the walls. Musicians and audience share the same sound field. The L1 keeps its sound level over a much longer distance than traditional loudspeakers. For instance, at a distance of 8 meters from the source, the L1 will lose only 9 dB of sound, while the conventional loudspeaker will lose 18 dB. At a distance of 16 meters, the difference has doubled, -12 for the L1 and -24 for the conventional speaker. 12 dB is a very significant difference, as you can hear right now. If we want the triple system to equal the L1 sound level at 16 meters, the triple system's output level needs to be turned up by 12 dB, resulting in often painfully loud sound in the front. It is this fundamental property of the L1 system, the relatively small change in sound level with distance, that allows them to be placed behind the musicians and have the sound reach the back row of the audience without at the same time being too loud on stage. And what about feedback? In the triple system, one microphone is connected to multiple loudspeakers, PA, monitors, and so on. And each of these connections holds the potential for feedback. In an L1 system, one microphone is connected to only one speaker, thus reducing the opportunity for feedback. And because the sound field of the L1 is unusually consistent, its vulnerability to feedback is relatively low, a unique advantage that most musicians only believe after they've moved around with a microphone in front of an L1 system. Another comparison. Although the triple system consists of many components, the result in the end is just stereo sound. The eye-ear connection, the physical connection between the musician and his sound is lost. All instrument sounds are forced into one stereo image. In a band playing with L1 systems, every instrument's sound comes from its specific place on the stage, serving as a distinctive sound source for the musicians and the audience. We call this multi-mono. In conclusion, with the L1 approach, musicians hear themselves and their fellow musicians in the same sound balance as the audience. Musicians alone have control over instrument levels and balance. They play together as if they're unplugged, and the audience regains the eye-ear connection. And thus, we have recreated a lost quality in music amplification: the natural mix.